Hello everyone, welcome back to the penultimate game before we see our top three guaranteed, right? Already locked in between MALISZEWSKI and Bubbleman. It is the lower bracket grand finals that's awaiting the loser of this game here. MALISZEWSKI has a flawless run in the majority of tournaments he's in, and this one not being an exception. You know, being home turfs as well adds to that too. But he's facing a very tenured player who has had some rocky runs, a tiebreaker game against RafGPO, just barely being able to come out. And now RafGPO is looking for vengeance going into the lower bracket grands, where either of these players will be awaiting him. And so, of course, you can't help but feel like there's always going to be slightly MALISZEWSKI favored. But I feel like with Bubbleman, there's always a little bit of excitement when a player like him faces the best of the best. Torva, how you doing, brother? It's been a pleasure.
Well. It is a pleasure. I'm so happy to be here, and it's gonna be. I'm excited to commentate with you. I'm
Likewise.
Also excited it's gonna be this match as well, because I feel like this has like the opportunity to be like a genuinely insane match, because you have two very, very experienced tournament players, like of two like almost like very similar level, I'd say, like when it comes to like just like previous like experiences and stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
And like with the fact that they're both pretty good at like everything in the game, I'm actually gonna be very interested to see like what their overall strategy is for like against each other.
Yeah, I think with when you're against a player like MALISZEWSKI, more often than not, if you have any kind of specialty, MALISZEWSKI is more than comfortable enough to just eliminate that from the beginning, straight away, without any issues. But it's very rare as MALISZEWSKI where you're going into a player where matchups are not necessarily as strongly felt, right? There are some notable matchup differences that you're going to be a little bit cautious around with Bubbleman, most likely that Hard Rock pool. Bubbleman, from my experience, has always been a little wishy-washy, able to be the best we've seen in tournaments, but also have some serious low points on that Hard Rock mod. So that risk is a potential option. Mechanics is a question mark for MALISZEWSKI as well, and it seems like that is the option. In fact, we're going to be seeing that double speed option taken away from Bubbleman off those bans. It's going to be DT2 and normal 5 ban from Malish here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too surprised those bans. Bubbleman, like, quite notorious, especially in the past, being like a very good mechanics player, and just you can't really go wrong with getting rid of it, especially with MALISZEWSKI. Can compete with it, but it's like, again, like the Aleph versus Raptors match. Even if you can compete, you don't want to compete against that person.
Yeah,
and
regardless of that, yeah.
Like, I'm not too surprised with it, but the ban that I'm kind of surprised seeing is the No More 2 from Bubbleman, but the DT4 I think I can understand.
Yeah, I think with DT4, it's a very specialized skill. And for someone like MALISZEWSKI, who is probably the best on the planet, you know, you could only argue players like Emrak and Krilla, who I believe is actually in the event right now, despite not playing, being the best in the world at this that type of skill set on Remind. That normal 2, it's a very volatile map, but if there was any player who really has shown some of the most obscene ceilings on Flowhome, it has been MALISZEWSKI. And I think that's what some Bubbleman's afraid of, especially considering I think recently he's not been as formidable and as comfortable on Flowhome lately. So I think that's just a fair ban to get rid of, and not necessarily a full tell of how he's going to pick and play around this pool. But to start, we're going with what we very much know best with MALISZEWSKI. It's going to be Mind Chase No More 4 to start.
Yeah, just MALISZEWSKI going straight into tech, like name a more like better fitting duo. Like it's just the most go-to thing. MALISZEWSKI, one of the best tech players, if not arguably the best in the game when it comes to especially like no mod and hidden tech. Go to No Mod 4, this map with just such hell on slide attack. I mean, you just could not go better for a first map pick.
Yeah, and it's an iconic modern tech map as well. It's Mind Chase, which was one of those maps that were really blowing up in terms of its type of style, mapped by the likes of Azrog and Anishtia, who are the pioneers of this type of modern tech style, right? They've made originals for the US World Cup. They've done serious work at making this the new modern type of tech that you'd see, alongside some really strong mechanical tech maps that are in this map pool as well, like Data Eraser. And so into Mind Chase, I wouldn't be too surprised to see some immense strength from MALISZEWSKI, but Bubbleman is so well-rounded and so capable on maps that require any sort of control.
Yeah, I mean 100%. And you can kind of see it like early in, taking a very early lead. I mean, does lose a bit of accuracy here, but it's basically just keeping up bar for bar with MALISZEWSKI currently. But the accuracy is looking very, very strong on both of them this early in. And honestly, this might just come down to a battle of just timing of misses rather than just like general like everything else like combo games. I feel like both of these will just match each other for every single bit.
Yeah, both of these players surging through the winner's bracket, having so much time to practice and refine their ability on this pool, having some good starts, but it will be Bubbleman to drop first blood with MALISZEWSKI on this Flowhome section looking solid so far, with not even dropping a lot of accuracy either.
I mean, yeah, sitting at 97.6, not having an issue with the slider, like slider ends, and still holding on to the Flowhome sections, which are so easy just to like find the most random miss aim on, especially the doubles like them where you just forget to tap the second one. It's so easy to find misses, and MALISZEWSKI only now finding that miss, but just secure himself an 88k score lead and the halfway point of this map.
You have to also add, this accuracy deficit from Bubbleman is really detrimental to him. Even if he starts to take this lead in the combo game like we're seeing halfway through the map, it's going to have to be a pretty exceptional degree of gap here with this combo if you want to make up for this accuracy difference. Almost an entire, if not an entire 4%. That's a colossal gap that you're going to have to try and sort out. And against someone like MALISZEWSKI, you miss once and you're more likely to lose than anything else. Thankfully for him, Malish is behind on that combo, but I highly doubt he's going to be given any more wiggle room than that.
Yeah, there's nothing more. I mean, I feel like there's like no more places to manage to really find unfortunate misses unless it's just a small-minded consistency issue that you get from playing at LAN. But even then, time and time again, MALISZEWSKI has proven that that doesn't really affect him ever somehow, and just is playing through this like it's just nothing to him. That one miss, it was seeming like an anomaly, but Bubbleman unfortunately is going to go down with that miss. Last core of the map, but I'm not entirely sure there's going to be even a single way to bring it back against the combo that Malice is still holding on to. It's
a respectable effort, man. This combo from Bubbleman was really admirable, but I think even if this combo was even for the whole game, Malish's accuracy is seriously impressive on a map like this. We know Bubbleman himself for being generally solid on accuracy, but when you see 97.3, anything above 97 is seriously impressive on a map like this. It is notoriously brutal for that accuracy difference. So if you can somehow get that, you're up for the hills. And up for the hills, MALISZEWSKI will be on this opening map, as he is going to be taking it pretty cleanly here.
Yeah, I mean, like, for this kind of map, I would say even like 95% accuracy is already considered borderline insane. But MALISZEWSKI running it home, the first point on the board with 97% accuracy and such strong combos on Mind Chase. Just a phenomenal performance. One miss in the middle of the map. Holy.
Wow. It's a one miss, it's a one break, it's a one split. Don't know what else you could really ask for, aside from a full combo, which is just pretty different ball game of insanity if that was to happen.
Oh my god. If we started a full combo on that, like, I probably would have just left the venue and, like, game done. Like, just how, how insane that would have been.
I wouldn't know what else to do with that, really. I think the question now is, what's Blem's opening pick? He's very characteristically a fan of going into these aim maps to start, particularly in team tournaments, but I wonder if that will repeat itself in the 1 versus 1 scenario against a player like MALISZEWSKI, who is very renowned for that obscene aim ability. So I don't know if strategically wise he'd want to do that, but who knows? If Bubbleman, the guy just picks up some of the most silly picks on paper. It's only in his mind that it makes sense.
Yeah. And then there'll be like the occasion where it just somehow works so majorly in their favor. It's just like, in what universe does this work? But you know what? When it's in the 1v1 tournament scene especially, it just happens. And there's no real explanation for it other than just one map time, you play better, and you get the point.
He's going to be going into one of those maps that we did expect him to pick into. It is going to be that Hard Rock 2. I was going to say, although Hard Rock, generally speaking, is a little wonky through and through Bubbleman, this map has actually seen a decent amount more success from him. And with MALISZEWSKI, you can't really point out any significant weakness by any means. But if you were to give anything that's a little lower on that leaderboard of skills that he is the best in the world at, it would be that precision. On top of things like general overall stamina. And I think Bubbleman, I know, is quite apprehensive about fully committing into that DT3. Because he knows his stamina will be better, his accuracy probably will be better. But Malish is one of those players that no matter what, even on stupid stamina maps, he has this ability to combo game in spite of that accuracy. And it is just a marvel to watch. We saw him take this DT3 against the Narek, and I mean, that sentence alone should tell you what kind of obscene stuff this guy can do with the combo and his discipline and control to keep himself stable in spite of that stamina struggle.
Yeah, I mean, like one of the best reasons to be proven is like one of the best auto players in the game is just you get into speed map, you're against Ninarek, you still win the point. Explain how when you're not a speed player, but only MALISZEWSKI.
The guy's able to do God's work on literally anything, man. Hard 2 could very much be no exception. It's up to really Bubbleman to do so on maps like these where you're trying to lean into as little bits of nooks and crannies into weakness as you can. It's your map to lose here.
Yeah, I mean, you just basically have to play around him. Oh, early misses that aren't going to be ideal, especially, you know, up against a player like MALISZEWSKI, who will hold on a lot longer combo. So now the best hope is that, you know, Bubbleman is just going to be holding on for this later half, the later section of the map, and from this point onwards, because you know, MALISZEWSKI's already, you know, sitting at 99% accuracy, still full comboing, and this map isn't long at all. It's 2 minutes 40, and We're already like past the third part of the map.
Oh, misread.
Oh, that's not ideal in the slightest, because that score lead is now just going to keep exploding more and more in favor of MALISZEWSKI.
Yeah, I mean, you have to add this accuracy, brother. I mean, goodness me, 99. Almost halfway through this map is really something else. And he will finally drop that combo, but he's still really picking this up with no mercy here. Bubbleman doing everything he can, but there's just not much he can do. He's really struggling with this accuracy. When things start to spike up, when you're starting to see more of those face snaps and these slider bursts, it really is such a struggle for him, and he can't really hold on to any significant combo. MALISZEWSKI, despite missing, has just picked up where he's left off and just kept on going, really, without any significant compromise.
Yeah, like, genuinely just so composed for it. Like, no issues whatsoever. Found the miss and just no reaction, just continued playing. Not even like a micro shake that I'm seeing coming in from MALISZEWSKI here. Like, just genuinely so composed on it. Like, now we're seeing a small bit of shake, but, I mean, to be fair, when you're aiming precision on, like, just a separate PC, it's going to be a bit difficult to do, but you still have to give that respect. You know, 160k difference in favor of MALISZEWSKI. The 98% accuracy just running away with this map pick as well, even though it was Bubbleman's pick.
Yeah, I mean, this latter half may be a little bit easier. That does still have a lot of really difficult sections like we just saw. Bubbleman really admirably hitting these with decent act too. He hasn't really dropped since that 94. Once he had down to 92 of that upper spike, he's really made a good recovery. And against most players, that would be a no of contention in this map, but you're not against any other player. Like, there isn't really much else you could do in this situation. MALISZEWSKI still with 98 act, about to border about 500k. The question is whether or not he can, but I don't think that will be the case. He will just barely scrape behind that score limit. It will be 409. Never mind, it will be 500k. Locked in. 500k for MALISZEWSKI, 510 to close this out. 180 difference. It's another pretty dominant victory for the guy.
Yeah, I mean, you'd expect it from MALISZEWSKI, but like, even if you expect it, seeing it in person is such a different story.
It's another one miss.
No, yeah, this guy with slider breaks and one misses, man. Like, we're just going to have a one miss on every single map. You pick the hardest map and put one miss. And that's just something that MALISZEWSKI's just going to do. But MALISZEWSKI's picked next, and I feel like he's just going to go into like one of like the most random maps, like possibly the Hidden 4. I feel like could be an option for him here.
Who knows, really? It's up to how he feels on the day. I feel like he isn't going to be willingly picking hard rock or mechanics. There's no point. You might as well just let him pick it for you. I think if you want to go with what was, generally speaking, you'll be most comfortable, data eraser is immediately on your mind, right? But if you wanted to try and abuse reading, which again is a bit risky when you're against Bubbleman, but you can do it if you want to. Depends on how he really feels. Aim is another good option. You want to play on Bubbleman? Do you really have to? Not really. You've still got No Mod 6 open and Hidden 3 open and Hidden 2 open, which are all maps that are very, very up his alley, especially levitating. It may be a map that also favors Bubbleman quite well, but I'd like to think with the skill requirement on this one and the ceiling that's on this map, I think MALISZEWSKI definitely could go into this one if he chooses so, but really, the choice is his on how he himself feels. The Enos Advento is a control-y burst map, which could be quite fun. I don't know if you'd want to pick it, but it's a fun banger. I'd like to see it. I'm totally not trying to speak it into existence or anything.
Trying so hard, but unfortunately, going to the No Mod 3, which is also another banger map, but this ult map is so difficult. We saw it earlier, especially with Nahu's playing it versus Nineric, and the patterns in this map are so easy to miss on. It's so difficult to aim, so difficult to control, and mix it with like 160 BPM, just like stacks with reading, and then just start in the middle of like 1-2. Like, there's so many patterns in this map that will just so like throw you like for a whirl when it just feels like it's out of nowhere, despite the fact that there's clear build-up into it. Yeah,
most of the patterns on this map as well are extremely volatile. It doesn't feel like most patterns are the same.
Yeah.
It always switches a little bit and has that like extra little bit of nuance and confusion, awkwardness that these players, if not fully prepared for, are really going to get overwhelmed by. It's probably one of the hardest maps in the pool. It's up there for sure. We've seen so many players struggle a lot on this one. But I think both of these players are very capable on this, and I'm very excited for this, honestly. I really think both of these guys could pop off immensely here. Obviously, because it's Malish's pick, you can expect him a little more cover on his side, but Bubbleman has some really obscenely good aim and finger control that could really pay off well on a map like this.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is something I've seen Bubbleman play like countless times in other tournaments. He's just genuinely insane at it when he wants to be. And this map, I feel like it's just going to play into both of them insanely well. I feel like these two will just like rotate the div spikes and who's comboing what. And that's probably like the most likely case scenario I feel like this is going to happen. But it generally just depends how they're feeling on their setup. And right now, from what I'm looking at, it seems MALISZEWSKI is looking pretty comfortable right now.
It's really early days, but it's probably going to be a similar story throughout this. Bubbleman's going to have to be clinching by the combo game because MALISZEWSKI is going to be completely unbeatable on a map like this. You're really going to have to hope for the tiniest of slip-ups for you to really keep that composure going. Bubbleman has been in the most stressful situations any O's player could ever be in. But as the map prolongs itself, if he has a chance to gain that combo lead, he really needs to hold on to that for dear life, because I don't think accuracy is going to save him unless he can try and just make it close enough to not have a tangible impact on his score.
Yeah. But getting that close is going to be quite difficult. But to be fair, again, not too far behind. I mean, it's still a decent accuracy difference. It's causing, 4K score difference between them, but it's not like it's a horrid amount to be behind. Not like a case of like 99 to 94. But this map, I mean, you get this small chill section, but this map will really kick off, and that's when I think it's going to get real. Yeah.
It's going to spike fast. It has tripped up and overwhelmed our players very quickly, and so as long as they're used to this pacing switch, it's going to happen very soon. And this is where things will suddenly start hitting them in the jugular as it comes up right now.
Yeah, this part is so difficult to aim through. You can see the control from all of them. They're just going insane. Like, how are you managing to hold so comfortably, both of them? But oh, Bubbleman is the one to find a miss on an unfortunate node lock, dropping all the combo that you were definitely going to need to hold on. But MALISZEWSKI, on the other hand, has gone up in accuracy, dropped 100 on the death spike, and is just running away with this score. The shake is there, but the control isn't being lost in any mean by MALISZEWSKI. What do you mean, bro?
I don't know what I'm watching right now. I think this is the part of the map that we always see someone trip on. It's always a matter of who misses last. But I don't think Malish even will let that be a contention here. He hit
oh my god!
This is one note on the end of that section. That particular bit has been comedically placed to trip up a lot of players with any kind of combo lead that they have at the end of that section. And it will trip up MALISZEWSKI as well, but is there really anything to worry about aside from style points when you're already amazingly ahead? Bubbleman's misses and led to some extra ank drops on 100s to try and keep himself back up, and that's led to him going down to 90% accuracy. MALISZEWSKI, despite that chain miss, was on 99.8 before that happened. If that says a lot, I don't know what else that could explain, because this is just obscene right now, and there isn't really much else Bubbleman can do unless we see a catastrophe, which isn't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. The guy's 141,000 score ahead.
Yeah, like, with how little left of the map there is, like, there's just nothing going to happen. I think you could AFK at this point, and you would still be, like, only relatively in danger zone had Bubbleman held that combo, but, it's still a genuinely insane scores from both of them. I mean, Bubbleman held a lot.
There's no way he ends at 99.
There's no way. No, surely not, right?
He's hitting this entire section without dropping out. Oh my
god!
Can you chill, man?
Bro! MALISZEWSKI, are we actually real, bro? Holy. Genuinely just hitting everything. In the 7 misses, like 6 of them on like one random pattern.
This ACK is disgusting. This is nuts. That is nuts accuracy, dude.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're like actively playing and like basically cross like a hall to us? Like, there's just no way you're not at a home setup with that level of consistency and comfort.
I think the guy is just one of the most adaptable LAN players in the scene. I mean, pick a blessing, like pick 20 blessings, and he has all of them, man.
Yeah, like genuinely.
Now, DC3, always going to be one of those maps of contention where it's going to be act, comfort, stamina versus combo game. There's manageable combo game potentially pretty high on this one. It really matters on how much this is. This map is going to be extremely speedy, very bursty, very rapid and volatile in terms of that requirement on the mechanics.
Yeah.
But I think for Bubbleman, this is very much up his alley. He just has to keep this combo going as much as he can.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to play the combo game because we've seen before that MALISZEWSKI does just somehow full combo this, even with low accuracy, if, losing in that stamina. Bubbleman has to hold that combo and play the accuracy game at the same time, which is just going to be really unfortunate. And, having that, like, doing that under pressure, knowing you're against, MALISZEWSKI, it's, like, it just adds on everything. And knowing that one miss is basically the end of your, like, attempt at that map is just probably, like, the most terrifying thing to have to go against.
Yeah. I think as well, you're a little concerned about Bubbleman's comfort going into a lot of these maps. If he's picking into a map that's this coin flippy already, with the knowledge of what the guy's done today on this map, you can't help but be a little bit worried about how comfortable he's going to be on the rest of this pool when he's only just starting to run out picks, and it's already 4 maps in. 3-0 for MALISZEWSKI. Bubbleman really needs to get something on the board, and this is ideally his saving grace to flip the script here.
Yeah, this is like the pick you'd probably expect most Bubbleman to have an opportunity on, and that miss there, I mean, First time we've seen Malice actually miss on something like genuinely real, especially early in. But it does give Bubbleman a chance to try and start moving the score over, but it is a bit behind on the accuracy. I have a slight feeling that will change towards the end of the map, especially with, again, Bubbleman having a decent bit more of that stamina reserve, especially at, you know, this BPM of like, what, 264, I believe.
Yep.
And you can just see that comfort just coming in early in both players, but I think that there is going to be that long holding stamina that Bubbleman will definitely edge out MALISZEWSKI when it comes to the accuracy game.
Malice just had a really well-timed early miss going into this. If Bubbleman misses even once at any point in this map, Malice suddenly has a massive advantage he can snowball off of. That adjustment period miss is really nothing to be a big concern of, assuming Bubbleman doesn't FC this, and he's very capable, granted, but not everyone can, especially on stage, under that pressure, and so he will cause a slider break, lose that combo. Now Malice is very swiftly about to take this lead while still maintaining 99 accuracy. I've only just seen this. What am I looking at?
So MALISZEWSKI secretly just turned into Nineric level tapping while also keeping every single bit of his normal ability. Okay, cool. So we made MALISZEWSKI even more scary.
I must be just a comfort thing, just getting used to this map so well. We're already seeing a lot of shake still. Like, it's clear the guy's still struggling slightly with it, but it doesn't even feel like he's having that much of an issue in the tapping. Like, this UR is solid, this hack is great, and Bubbleman's had a great recovery, but when you go against MALISZEWSKI, you miss once. I said it last year. You miss once, 9 times out of 10, you lose.
Yeah,
you just lose.
You can't do anything against him. He just holds forever. And then when he does miss, it's likely like the moment you missed, which is the case we just saw here.
It's always like that, and it's another bad omen coming in for Bubbleman when you got a quarter of the map left to go. You see this combo evened out, but you barely have anything to fight with. No act, barely combo, and barely any time. What more can you do aside from try and add to the style points here? Both players, honestly, have pretty respectable accuracies, despite one being quite a bit lower than the other. But it's going to be, once again, another play from MALISZEWSKI. This is the first time in a while we've seen such a dominant scoreline. You know, I mean, last time it was in any similar light to this, it was against Nineric for MALISZEWSKI. But even the Nineric had multiple maps that were obscenely close, very capable of making even closer. The guy's so much better year after year, and that matchup of earlier was no exception, right? But this time, we're looking at a different beast.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is...
There's another one miss! This guy's...
Oh my god, of course it is!
Are you serious? Are you serious?
This guy's not real, there's no way. Actually, one miss Merchant. Genuinely, what is going on there? The worst part is the Bubbleman score isn't even bad. Like, 550k is a genuinely respectable score and like a solid score.
That's definitely higher than the majority of scores we see in this tournament.
Yeah. And it just isn't even enough because MALISZEWSKI just somehow pulls out like 98% accuracy one miss on the fly. Like, sure.
Let's really hope there's some sort of flip in the script there. I think from now, really, aside from potentially like Hidden 3, some maps are definitely winnable and definitely in Bubbleman's ball game. But the versatility is something else here. Hidden 2 pick, levitating done. Everyone ready to levitate? Because I am. I've seen this map 2 times and I'm still not satisfied.
Agreed.
Dua Lipa banger, man. And it's a Xarius map too. Who could complain?
Like, the map itself looks so fun to play. The song itself is an absolute banger. I mean, we've had like mini dance party in the corner every time this map's been played. It's just so much fun to listen to, so much fun to watch be played, and you can definitely see the opportunity for some genuinely absurdly strong scores coming out from either of these players.
What a bang. You can hear that in the background. What a jam. I'm levitating, Torva.
Yeah,
I'm levitating.
Yeah.
Oh, what a jam. All right. Hidden 2. Now, let's talk about the map, right? Obviously, theory reading, that's a pretty obvious one, but it's not necessarily going to be specialized for that reading. It's very density heavy in terms of the types of things that you're seeing. There's a lot of...
There it is! When I tell you the map's a vibe.
Wow, I love production.
And you got the full clip. Oh no! Like at some point I just randomly bust into a shuffle and I don't know if this angle's gonna see it properly.
No, keep jamming, bro. Look, dude, you're loving this right now.
Yeah. I was watching, it was the running versus Rap GPO and I was reviving, and you can't even see me doing a proper shot with the sofas in the way.
Oh my gosh.
just fire map, fire song. It's so good.
I mean, we have to obviously shout out Bartek, who map pulled this. I mean, the guy just knows no bounds in terms of making hype pulls. He did it for COE last year, and I think arguably it's probably one of the best pulls we've ever seen in upper level tournaments like that. And I mean, Kel, even with not a lot of time from what I remember, being able to put this together, still cooking such a banger is so good. And Levitating is no exception, of course. Probably one of the most beloved ones. This still, though, as a map, is brutal. This is insane. This was pulled for Corsair's Close as a hidden 2, and it has some of the most obscene aim you need to worry about. It's very, very density-wise as well. Pretty high. You have to be so snappy and well-timed on these, and it's just so hard to pull off. But when you have these two players who have a different level of mastery in terms of this, you can't help but kind of look in awe at both of these guys having some really good starting combos. But finally, first drop of blood will be spilled for Bubbleman. MALISZEWSKI with obscene accuracy on top of that, still maintaining that full comment to KI time.
Yeah, generally one of the best hidden 2 players of all time, and he's just showing off at this point. Like, this map is honestly the perfect case for it, because it's so difficult. I wouldn't even say it's mostly the hidden that causes the issue. The map itself is just awkward, even if you were to play it normally. And then you add the hidden the hidden with AR rate, and this map just becomes the most painful thing ever. And you can see some of the misses coming in from Bubbleman. Like, they're just so unfortunate. They're one miss at a time, and the other end, you've got MALISZEWSKI just being absolute like robot, just holding on. 99.61, playing it like it's just like AR10 no mod map with just so much comfort, no worries whatsoever.
What is this map?
What is he doing? Like, genuinely.
What is this map? He even hit the bus! He even hit the sack burst! That's like where you always drop loads of back. I don't know how that happened. How has he perfected this map? Wow, man. And I don't even think this score from Bubbleman is particularly weak by any means. This is a really solid score, knowing how difficult this map is, but I mean, you know, we're levitating. I feel like MALISZEWSKI's already kind of gotten up there in the clouds, maybe in space, maybe said hi to our friends at NASA. I don't know. Like the NASA space rockets, I don't even know, bro.
Like, we had the fly in the last map pool, and I think MALISZEWSKI's still in the air from that because he's just levitating, and this map is showcasing it the whole way through. 2/3 of the map done, still holding the full combo, still on 99.2. Just genuinely not a single problem whatsoever to be found. How are you doing this? Like, genuinely, Bubbleman's on a good run as well, but it just feels like it's just getting like swamped over when you compare it to 645k still climbing.
I mean, 97.8, 300k is really impressive for someone who's not specialized exclusively to this skill set. And yeah, look at his face. He knows it. This is generally mental. Like, we're trying so hard to not overglaze because obvious is obvious. Water is wet. MALISZEWSKI's the fucking goat. Like, what else can you do here? Yeah, like he finally finds a miss, but I think this time he broke the streak. I think he missed twice. Oh my god, like the streak is gone. But like, yeah, like as you said, like it's so hard to not sit there and just constantly glaze MALISZEWSKI. But when he does stuff like this every single time he plays, he just showcases every time why he is genuinely the best Odin player of all time, and like it can't even be a full conversation anymore. This score is on a different level. This score is generally a different level. I think Dan has one of the best scores that we've seen on this map, and I'm looking at nearly 800k on this ending. Is he in 787k? Goodness gracious, man!
Like, hello, how are we doing this? Like, I can't get over the fact that like good player or not, coming out with 787k on that so comfortably at LAN just should not be possible. Yeah. But I guess it just is now. Like, sure, my bad, I guess.
I don't know what else you could really ask for on something like this.
Did you see what he said in chat?
No.
He got 99.7 earlier. Hello? How? Hello. Like,
I don't
genuinely,
know.
Man.
I don't know what else you could ask for. Well, you want me to pull the face again? Like, bro. Like, this is absolutely maddening. Well, I mean, this is the most dominant match we've had so far, and I don't even think Bubbleman is even playing badly. This really is a genuinely decent performance from Bubbleman. This isn't poor. I don't think this is very poor.
Like, generally,
like he says that we need to start paying you to not sign up.
Bro, get this man to start like joining map poolers, get him to like do like map replays or stuff. Like, because he just shreds everything. He's like genuinely insane.
This is the same way that everyone feels about like about all the other best players in different games. Like, people say nerf MALISZEWSKI, but you can't do that. You just have to buff the rest of the world.
Yeah, honestly.
What else could you ask for? Akatsuki Tsukio picture from Bubbleman. It's hard to really cast with the seriousness that this could be a different outcome than what most expect, but at least this map is sick.
Yeah,
I love Akatsuki.
Yeah, banger, and honestly, it's just fun to watch. Like, you sit back, relax, and you just watch the map just happen, and it's always just a good bit of fun.
I mean, it's a nostalgic classic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Taeyang is such an OG DT mapper that has such an iconic style, and what I love so much about this is that it's got like a really climactic drop, and the way it goes, it builds and builds and builds. It's so much fun. And I love the spike as well. I don't know what it is. I find that the big bridge spike before the final KI can be so much fun. Like, I just love it. Like, but when someone hits it in LAN, it's so euphoric. Like, it's so exciting.
And I feel like we've seen so many people just somehow manage to hit it on the fly. People have just got so comfortable. Like, it just shows how good the players have gotten now that it's just on LAN casually hitting OG DT maps like it's nothing. And it's just like, okay, sure.
We get into Akatsuki Tsukio. It's going to be another one of those maps where we know on paper Bubbleman can do some magic, but Malish is Malish, and there's not really much else you can say aside from those words. And a little bit of an off intro going into it, but still 2 FCs intact. It's going to be one of those gradually expanding maps that are always going to be difficult to a degree, but those KI times, the bridge to the KI times, are going to be the big difficulty sections until we get to the latter quarter of the map.
Yeah, and also it's just getting to those points can be very interesting, but it seems like Malish actually seems to be struggling a small bit, like dropping quite a few 50s and 100s in places I wasn't expecting, especially early in, but, you know, going for the first gear, good bit of jump, good bit of triangles. I mean, it's just always a good bit of fun to watch this, and you can just see how comfortable both these players are. Not a genuine single issue to be found on those 1-2s, and honestly, the accuracy of both of them is pretty sound. I mean, both sitting about 97, they're like pretty much matching each other, and it's only 1K difference between the two. But it's getting to those later points. I'm just wondering where it goes, like where it's going to go. But Bubbleman is actually going to be the one to take a lead.
Yeah, that high drop from Malish is going to trigger a bit of a difference going into this. Bubbleman really keeping up well going into this, right? 300,000 scoring gaining halfway through the map. Still no full combos intact. There could be some wiggle room here to get a point on the board. We want a no-sweep Sunday. Let's see if we can get it here.
I'm hoping.
Time.
I am hoping.
Big jump session coming up.
Yeah, let's see. Oh!
Smack drops, but still full combos kept intact. I have a feeling this crowd will go wild when we see a miss. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Now, slow until we get into the big spike. If someone FCs and another misses that big spike, I might go berserk.
Genuinely. I've never seen MALISZEWSKI with this low of accuracy. Oh, that was so close to a miss!
He's so close, but he's still keeping the combo game intact. Now, it's up to Bubbleman. The spike coming in. Here we go. Control.
Oh! They played!
But that burst was a massive chain miss from Malish, so Bubbleman has a massive lead going into the last quarter. It's going to be a no-sweep Sunday.
There's no sweep! Let's go! Bubbleman just taking the 1 point that was needed just to go insane on this map. And you know what? If there was any map I'd want it on, I think this is the best one for it.
What a banger. What a banger. We're getting to the ending here. Both players still really high on score. I mean, if we see a collapse from one side, it could get more one-sided, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. The speed's struggling a little bit for MALISZEWSKI, but it's not going to make a difference whether or not he hits it. Bubbleman's kept that lead intact. He's kept himself 2 steps ahead, and he will get himself a point on the board.
I mean, to prove how insane it is, you just see Bubbleman mocking in the camera in the bottom right. I mean you can't even blame him. That was an insane performance.
That score is crazy.
Yeah. Just genuinely like 1 miss on it and just so insane accuracy. He took the 1 miss from MALISZEWSKI. He stole it.
1 miss on Akatsuki Tsukio on the mega spike at the very end. Absolutely crazy.
Genuinely insanely good performance, and the accuracy as well. Like, even if neither of them had missed, that accuracy game coming in from Bubbleman was just genuinely unreal for that map.
Yeah, I think the map is quite known to be very comfortable through and through, but it's very much a mechanical consistency test until you get to that big spike where obviously holding your nerve is the biggest thing. Dealing with that big stream too just beforehand, it's very nerve-wracking as a player when you're at that stage. And although sometimes, more often than not on stage, some people will slip up a midway, basically a miss from nowhere that isn't really expected. When you get to that stage when both players are still holding, it is just a different feeling.
Yeah, I honestly, it's like almost like euphoric to see just the insane performances from both of them just going head to head. And then seeing that they missed basically at the same time, like 10 combo apart with just like insane accuracies. I mean, hell, oh.
Oh, it's, I believe this is the first time we're seeing Brilliant City.
I think so,
on
yeah.
stage.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm not 100% sure, but this is one of very few times, if not the first time, that we're going to be seeing Normal 6 played around. And I'd like to think there's probably a very good reason for that. It's very brutal. It's mapped by Flying Tuna, as of course we know, a former OWC champion, now being picked by a current OWC champion.
Yeah.
We have to also just remind ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, like, MALISZEWSKI has it all, and now he's going here to, you know, celebrate basically hometown is how it feels. And it's so understandable. Pro got kicked for 0.5 gamma. What?
Unfortunate. Right. Let's see. What are we going to do now? How is this going to change? Because Bubbleman, from what I know him to be a very strong no-mod gimmick player. Very much capable of making things work on this map.
Wait, what even happened before? Did he actually get kicked or something? What?
I think he actually did.
Oh my god. I didn't know they implemented that yet. I didn't know that was a thing now.
Wait, what actually happened? Are they out of the lobby? Right. Are players in their slots? I can't see names in slots. Team? Are they good? Okay, cool. All good, all good. They're in.
Yeah.
Right, time for that No Mod 5. Now, this is the first I've seen in a while, but it is going to be some pretty technical overlap reading from my memory. I haven't seen this happen in a while, so I don't know too much about it, but I'm sure we'll see for ourselves.
Yeah, all I know is a heavy reading map made by Flying Tuna, probably a banger, probably very, very difficult.
Probably a lot of control and some double overlap. This is AR8? It does not look like AR8. Maybe I'm just going. Maybe my eyes
it does make you feel slower.
Maybe it's just we just saw Akatsuki. Side read mayhaps?
Maybe. I mean, we have not seen this map. Like, I don't think we've seen this No Mod 6 on stage.
Oh, it's stack overlap. I see.
Oh.
So it's like snappy stack overlap reading. Okay.
Malish?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Just, okay, bro.
Yeah. He does this.
Yeah, just light work apparently.
He does this. I really wonder if Malish like heavy practices this or not, or if he could just naturally read this.
Like, you could genuinely convince me he could sight read this, and I believe you, because like with the amount of consistency this guy has on genuinely everything, it would not surprise me. Like, you put this man on AR0, he could probably sight read it. hey, GN's in the crowd. You can't make that information. That's true.
You got both GN and Yokes in the crowd.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that being said, I mean, we're going into more of a KI time section of this map, about a quarter of the way in, and Bubbleman really has had a respectable recovery, but like, I prefer not to speak. If I speak, big trouble.
If I speak, I'm in trouble.
If I speak, big trouble. But like, either way, this is just a different level of mastery here.
Yeah.
And he just looks so comfortable. And you can see Bubbleman just slightly misreading one of those stacks, and that's led to another miss here. And his spikes are even heavier. Finally, a 100's drop, but combo not gone by any means.
Yeah, I mean, just the comfortable nature of this for only MALISZEWSKI is insane. Like again, Bubbleman, again, playing quite well. I mean, a few misses coming here and there, which are generally unfortunate, but like, it's still a good performance, especially with how difficult this map is. And then you look over on the other side and then you realize, oh, okay, this guy SS like almost half the map and then drop 100 literally before the break.
I wonder if Bubbleman can actually start believing that this full crop can happen. Before he was like, what the hell? How has he done this? And now we're watching something else happen just like that. Big spike coming in. Look at these cuts. This is insane difficulty. Bubbleman just barely survives, but MALISZEWSKI didn't even go through a wall. He was just having a cakewalk. He didn't even have to deal with any of the violence that was that pattern. He just walked through it like it was nothing. Yeah. And about 3/4 of the way through, I mean.
Yeah, like it feels like I'm watching like MALISZEWSKI stroke like a walk in the sun. Like, it's just light work, no problems, just having a good bit of fun. And honestly, you have to respect it. Just the genuine insanity coming out for the score. Still holding on to the full combo, mind you, with 99.25 on this map. I mean, I guess, sure, like, the first time we see this map, it's probably going to be an FC. Sure, that's just how it is. It's MALISZEWSKI
actually what's going to happen. It's the first time we're going to see this map be an FC. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Hello? Stop doing this! This is so gross!
Like, you see a pattern, it's insane, and then he gets burned right, and there's another pattern that's more insane, and he just does it on the fly! Like, I don't understand! Hello?
Oh my god, this is a massacre. This is an absolute massacre. I would never ever think that a map like this would get such high scores, but just like that, he does it.
Genuinely unfathomable consistency on this kind of thing.
I don't know what else you could ask for. Yeah, it doesn't matter, guys. You have seen it anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, just FC. Yep, gold. Sure.
That was the first FC on this map, the first time it's played in this tournament. I don't know what else I can say.
Like, genuinely.
Single-digit accuracy. Oh my god.
Like, I feel like I want to say I'm speechless, but like I feel like I could also just sit there and talk forever about how just insane that was. Like, I don't understand how.
Yeah, man.
Like, just sure, it's his world. Like, my bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't know what else I can do.
Like, I mean, look at that pattern.
He's snapping to them. Snapping to them.
Like, okay, man. Okay.
I thought he was just like well-paced flow, but no, he snaps to them. Yeah, okay.
Like, sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Like, not only is he comfortable, and he is like reading every note individually in that pattern. Sure, my bad.
Like the tournament is rigged from his DNA. Like, Jesus. Well, hey, Dead Eraser's picked. Yay! Great yeah, banger. I love Dead Eraser.
Banger pick. Bubbleman pick.
I'm telling you right now, this is low-key actually a map that we could see a Malish FC come up again. We've seen multiple FCs on this map in the past, both on No Mod, and I believe there has been one done on Hidden. I actually believe that the first FC done on this map was it by Krilla? Was Krilla the first to FC this? I'm not too sure. I believe he did this in OWC, if not like stupid high combo. Regardless of it, stupid fun map. Most original from Finals 2024 by Lucimi, mapped by Handsome and Funny. This is such a good map. I love it. It's one of my favorite maps before, if not my favorite.
That's so understandable. It's generally just a banger map, and it's just so fun to watch. I don't think it'd be my favorite. I don't know what I would even pick my favorite to be. Like,
a lot.
Maybe that No Mod 3 or like Hidden 4. Like, they're both just super weird maps, super banger maps, but honestly, this does have to be top 3 contender at least. Just for how fun it is to watch it, and just the insane scores we've already been seeing on it.
Yeah.
And now we get to see MALISZEWSKI play it again, I think.
I am curious on what this one's going to be. I believe last time we played this, it was a single-digit miss 500k, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe that was his score last time we played this.
Yeah.
Now, into a data racer where we're looking at MALISZEWSKI with a different level of form coming into this.
Yeah, the level of comfort and just how relaxed he's been. I mean, he's just having fun at this point, I think. He's just here to have a good time, and he's just able to go insane on it. Like, the flow state is just completely there.
This was picked by Bubbleman. If you think Bubbleman was fully confident he could win, he'd pick this. I'm not sure he would.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
I think he's just picking. I think Bubbleman is just picking this just for the sake of having fun, or just genuinely think he can go insane on it. But I think it's just for the sake of having fun. And you know what? Understandable. Chance to just show an absolute cinema performance from MALISZEWSKI.
I mean, hey, both of these guys are going really hard right now. Both players have seen the first PI time, and now you're going into this next burst section, which still has a lot of intensity.
Yeah, I mean, they're both just going actually insane on this. Like, we've seen insane scores, and they're just like matching it every step of the way. But like the accuracies as well, both of them like genuinely insanely high. And then I'm looking at MALISZEWSKI almost 99, but unfortunate miss from Bubbleman, and it's understandable but unfortunate because this map is so easy to break on. But now the eyes are going to be once again on MALISZEWSKI just to see if or when he breaks.
If or when on a map like this. It's so rare. 99% axe, still hitting that gem section, particularly potent for a lot of players on this, but it's still managed to pass this test with such flying colors. A third left to go. Bubbleman recovering very valiantly. It's a damn shame. He misses again. We're going into the biggest fight coming into this. The sliders just get more and more insane.
Yeah, and he's going into it with 99.25% accuracy. If he can get through all of this without even dropping accuracy, it's going to be genuinely insane. Hold on a moment.
Big slider stream coming up in a second.
Oh, hello!
Wait. Crowd, chill. Wait, bro.
Hold on a moment.
There is no way this happens. Cut hit.
Oh, Imagine!
Oh,
Most unfortunate miss ever.
a slider break. Oh no, just after hitting the cuts too. It was so close. He's bordering on 99 still, even towards the ending. And Bubbleman, valid enough, 400k, a respectable score, but it's going to be an S rank for MALISZEWSKI, 820,000, and a crazy dominant win with such an obscene performance, man.
Like, genuinely, like, those are things like you could only dream of to have that level of consistency, and then MALISZEWSKI, it just has it in a LAN tournament. Like, unbelievable.
Absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure anyone in any form could do something like that, man.
Yeah, like, this is just genuinely, like, MALISZEWSKI's world, and, like, every tournament player, every tournament staff is just living in it to witness just the greatness that MALISZEWSKI is.
Yeah, he's already gone, lad.
Where's he gone?
He's already gone. He's chilling.
Oh.
Got to remind ourselves that we're all friends here.
Yeah.
Especially these two. These two have been good friends for a while now. I think as well, like, Bubbleman a big influence to Malish when he was still developing as a player. And now it's almost obscene to see such a crazy good performance. But like, yeah.
Like, student becomes master type thing. Just generally, just such, like, everyone in this community loves each other, especially, like, all the people at LANs. And, yeah, these two I feel like are some, like, the closest two players you'll see.
It's always so fun to see these guys together again. That's the big reason why we're at KEL at the end of the day. Like, the tournament is almost like half of why we're here. So it's always a blessing to get everyone together. And with that, like, they're still hugging. These guys got too much love. It's great. So we have now a grand finalist first and foremost confirmed. It's going to be MALISZEWSKI. Who else to make it at the top seed in this grand final? Bubbleman may be falling, but he's got another opponent coming up very soon in the lower bracket grand finals. It is Raf GPO looking for revenge. After going on, honestly, the most admirable, crazy lower bracket run I think I've seen in LANs. I feel like once this guy's lost that adrenaline fully and he's not playing anymore, I don't know if the guy's going to be able to play again. Like, oh, well, play for a while. Like, God.
Yeah.
It's insane how much the guy's been playing. An absolute tank. And he's still got one more game to go. Torva, it's been a pleasure. What a game.
It has been amazing, and yeah, insane performances from both players. Insane match. Honestly, so much fun. Just watching MALISZEWSKI just live and have fun on that map ball. You couldn't ask for a better type of thing there.
The guy's thriving, man. And crowd, thank you so much for having that energy to amplify us and end this game. It's been a pleasure. We've got our lower bracket grand finals happening very, very soon. So we see you guys for Bubbleman, Raf GPO, a massive rematch that was from grand finals before. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be bloody hype. We'll see you guys after the break.
See you then.